Okay guys, we're gonna do this one more time. I got some quail eggs right here. And I have my incubator heating up. It's been going for about 2 hours. You want it to have time to heat up before we put the eggs in. But before I put the eggs in, I also want to check for any hairline cracks in these. So we're gonna do that first. I just checked these eggs and unfortunately we lost one. I accidentally dropped one. But this one right here has a few little specks in it where I think the shell is a little bit weaker. And same with this one. But all the rest, I didn't find any hairline cracks at all. I'm gonna go ahead and put those two in though. I'm just gonna make sure that I mark those. Okay, I just checked the temperature. It's 99.6 on this thermometer. On here it's 99, so it looks like it is accurate with the temperature. I'm gonna go ahead and load up the eggs in here. Okay, I got all 10 eggs in the incubator. I went ahead and numbered them. So it was 1 and 2 that I thought I saw a little bit of hairline cracks on them. And then it goes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes in order that way. So I'll be able to keep track of them by their numbers. I'm going to hook up the water now for the humidity. For the first 16 days, I want the humidity around 40%. And then on the last 3 days, which will be the lockdown, I want it up to about 60%. I think on my first round with the eggs, this isn't holding the humidity as well. And I found out that I was supposed to keep the foam that came with this and put it over it to help contain the humidity. I got rid of that a long time ago. I threw that away. So I have this box here, and it's actually a perfect fit that I'm going to put over here and then put some bubble wrap on the inside to help insulate it. So that's my plan with that. Okay, this is what I got for the box. I put some bubble wrap on the top to try to keep in some of the humidity. So I'm just gonna set it over like that. And there we go. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more hands-off on this one and just try to forget about it. It's gonna be very hard, but I'm gonna try my best not to handle it as much as possible. I'll probably candle only once on probably just before lockdown. So day 16 is gonna be the first time I touch these eggs. Let me take one last peek at them. So in 16 days, I'm gonna open this up and see how many have a baby in it for lockdown. Mark it on your calendars.